Much of the Latino elite, Hispanic elite in Los Angeles has already endorsed Clinton, including the mayor of Los Angeles.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, it's been split. I mean, yes, the mayor of Los Angeles did endorse. However, there's a number of Latino politicians who have endorsed Obama. It's pretty split at this point. I think one of the most interesting cases is the Sanchez sisters. They are Congress people from California. One is from Orange County, one from LA, and they're split. One of the sisters is supporting Obama, and the other sister is supporting Hillary. And you see, for example, the mayor of LA supporting Hillary, and you see Congressman Javier Becerra, who is a right-hand man for Nancy Pelosi. He's endorsing Obama. So, the same thing with activists. You see a lot of the street-level activists that worked a couple of years ago in mobilizing people on the streets for the marches, the pro-immigrant marches. A lot of those people are working for Obama. They feel that he has positions that are more progressive and more pro-immigrant than Hillary. Hillary has been talking about her opposition to driver's licenses for illegal immigrants and all that. So. But also she has a lot of support among Latinas. And, it's going to be depending on the gender, depending on the age of the... I would think that younger Latinos are going to trend towards Obama and women are going to trend towards Hillary.
Why hasn't the driver's license issue had more impact? One would think that Obama's endorsement of a driver's license for undocumented people would be very effective and important, but still Clinton seems to have the majority of the vote here.
It's just a matter of who's paying attention. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't even watch the news. They just make the decisions at the last minute, and they just look at who they know and what they know about them. And obviously, they know more about Hillary than they know about Obama. And there's a lot of dirty tricks being played. There's emails going around saying he's a Muslim. A lot of people I've talked to ask me this question: is he a Muslim? It's like, no, he's not a Muslim. But he has answered this question several times, saying not only I'm not a Muslim, but I reject this kind of race bait, or religious bait. Whereas being a Muslim becomes a case for hating somebody. There's some Latinos that I've encountered that have told me that.
To what extent this issue of which can really win must be very linked to the immigration issue, too, for Latinos. There's a lot at stake. If the Republicans win, one would assume there's going to be a much tougher immigration policy than a Democrat. So,
depending who the Republican nominee is. John McCain is known for being the senator who proposed immigration reform. If he is a nominee, there will be a sector of Latinos who will say, well, he will do it again, even though he has been moving to the right on that issue in the last few days. So, but he might go back to the center in the general election because obviously he will want to get some of that Latino support. So, if it's McCain, it's going to be a tougher, and it's going to be better for Latinos because what they're going to have to do is to fight for the Latino vote, and they have to offer, both candidates are going to have to offer something.
You were saying earlier when we talked that there, in some of the polling places today, there's some problems with the ballots. What have you heard about that?
It's in LA County. There's been some problems with the nonpartisan voters going to the polls and requesting a Democratic ballot, which is allowed by the Democratic Party, not by the Republican. And some of them are encountering problems in finding themselves in the list, register in the right way. Maybe they change their registration and the lists are old. But the most significant problem is once you have the Democratic ballot in your hand, you have to fill out this little bubble that says you are choosing the Democratic Party on top of requesting a Democratic ballot, and then you choose the candidate. A lot of people don't know they have to fill out this extra bubble, and are calling in to radio programs saying, I was just voting and I just realized I didn't fill out this bubble and my vote is not going to count. The Obama people are really angry about this because obviously they will benefit from the decline to state or the nonpartisan voters because they trend to vote.
This particularly affects independent voters, not registered Democrats. Is that the point? And Obama thinks they're going to get more independents.
Yes, and those are 1 of every 5 Californians who vote are independents or nonpartisan. So it can have a deep effect in a state where the race is really, really close.